Alright, good day everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel at Illumination of NG. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. So today we're going to be looking at, we're going to continue from where we stopped on the productivity tools. We have looked at Marvin's Beacon on how to type, which is the first thing that you need to, understand before you can begin to, to type. So the Microsoft Office is a tool or an application that allows users to be able to create documents, make use of various templates within the Microsoft Word library, and also when you are preparing documents, or you can track changes, you can collaborate, you can also create mails, letters, reports. I can create a meeting list and meeting labels, and also you can check out for spellings and grammar. Okay, and you can do a whole lot of things on Microsoft Word, and we are going to go deep into that today. And also, in the case of Microsoft Excel allows you to be able to input, edit, clean, and create data, and also you can analyze and report on the data that has been given. Okay, you can use so many formulas such as the if condition. You can use the VLOOKUP, the concatenation, and other most especially other tools, most especially the Excel data analytics tool for accountants. Where you can analyze your report. You can carry out statistical analysis of all the data at your disposal. So we're going to go through this today, and then we're going to look at them one by one. So now, one of the things that you need to understand is you need to understand some of the codes, some of the keys that you quite necessary for you to be able to navigate through Microsoft Word, and also you have to familiarize yourself with some of the shortcut keys. Okay, now before you can open Microsoft Word, one of the things that you can do is that you can either use the Microsoft Word icon like the one we have here, and also you can use the command key or command button, that is Control R. For run, you run the command, which is Control R. So let's see that. So the Control R key. So let's see run. So when you press Control R, Window R, not Control R, it just be Window R. Window R for running, okay, the run command. Then you type in WinWord for you to be able to access Microsoft Word. So WinWord, take note. So you type WinWord, that is the window R for your run command. Then you type in WinWord to be able to access, Microsoft Word. Okay. So now let's see. We can it has to open a new document. Okay. So let us see what happens. So let's do that again. Window R. So let us type WinWord and let's press OK. So it's supposed to bring us to the new OK. So we have a blank document here. So this is the Microsoft Word dashboard, okay, whereby we have the blank document for you to open a new Word, okay. We also have the what's it called? The various templates. You can use templates, single space blank, snapshot calendar. You can create. Let's check out some templates, okay. So we have so many templates here that you can use to start your document, okay. Most especially when you want to create your report. Let us look at letters, okay. Letter templates. So we have the letters here, letters templates, okay. Let us see what we have under letters. So there are so many templates that you can use under Microsoft Word. Okay, you can pick any one of these templates and begin to edit them. Okay, so also you can create your letter template from scratch. Okay, so these are letters. Let us look at if you can get reports. So reports. Let's check out report templates. Reports. Reports. So let's start search for that. So you can see that we have various templates for reports whereby you can use to um, create a very professional report. So let us see this template, business report. Okay. Now, you as an accountant, you'll be involved in creating accounting reports. Okay. So you can use this Microsoft Word template to create reports. Okay. So as students of accounting, you need to understand how to do all these things. You can go on and create them from scratch, and also you can take advantage of the Microsoft Word template. Okay, let us click on create. So let's click on create to see how we can use the create template, okay, to be able to access. So we have this report template from Microsoft Word, and so with this we can create a very very professional and beautiful report, okay, for our clients or for the organization where we are working, okay. So at times some tasks may be given to you as an accounting student. It's not only about just crediting and debiting and crediting, okay. You also have to familiarize yourself with all these things, all these documents that are associated with the organizations, okay. So a company must always prepare its financial reports, okay, to be sent out to the various shareholders and other various stakeholders in the business. Okay, so you may be saddled with the responsibility of what of creating this report. In a case whereby there is vacuum, okay, whereby probably maybe there's no office assistant or secretary to be able to help you do this. At the end of the day, you need to deliver and prepare the report as at when due. You can go ahead and do that on your own. Thereby saving the organization cost, okay, of having to employ an external party to develop or design this report. Okay, so this you can also you can just edit annual reports, you know, annual report, you can send annual report for 2025. Okay, so I can begin to edit this. Let me check the font formats. With the font format, okay. So the font face shows that Franklin Gothic was used. So I can just come down here, change this to Franklin Gothic, and let me change the font size. Okay, the font size should be something between 24, 25. But let me check 36. Okay, so let me stick with 28. Okay, and let me bold in that. Okay, I can bold that. So that is that. And also you can change prepared by. Let me just put my name, Ayla, and co. Maybe we are the professional accountants, okay, involved in the preparation of this annual report, okay, and co. Okay, so where do we stay? We stay at Akoka 56, Akoka Road, okay, Yaba, Lagos, Nigeria, Nigeria. You can see that we have, we have been able to, edit the templates, okay, and now we can go ahead and make it suit our interest, okay. You can just put what is it called? Let me just put my mobile number plus 234 8 33832434567 okay. Just an assumption, an assumed number, okay. So please don't go and start calling that number. So then we can have it probably for the organization we're working for. We have garden exploit, okay, exploit.com, okay. So garden exploit.com. So let me take this off. I don't need this, okay. So let me shift them up a bit. Okay, so let's check this out. So let me see if I can something I can move up a bit. Oh, okay, so let me just adjust that. So we have the cover page, okay. Let's put here 2025. So since we have this, so let me just remove this. This will not be necessary. This is the 2025 there. So you can also change the background, okay. can change the background of the report to another picture. Okay, you can say replace. Okay, so we can change the picture background by just right clicking. So you can come down here and change the picture. You can have maybe you have the picture saved on your laptop or your computer. You pick up from a file. If you want to, change the picture from stock image online, from online sources, either from icons, so you can change the background picture to suit your taste. Okay, so let us move on. You can also change the font face of the document. Okay, and now you can begin to work on the document. So what we're going to look at is that you can also insert page numbers. You can insert page numbers. Okay, you can insert page numbers into the work. So you come down to the insert menu, then you come down to page numbers. So top, you can either be normal can be at the top or the bottom. So you can also insert the page number. So let us go ahead and see what we have under the document here. So we can use this template, okay, for our discussion, and we can use this to explain a whole lot of things. Okay, what you need to really understand is that you need to be able to understand all the menu that you have here, all the menu that you have here, from the file menu to the home to the insert, draw, design, layout, references, and mailings. Okay, so in this case, we are currently working on this document which we collected or opened up from the template. Okay, and we can begin to edit this now. For us to, if you want to adjust this, what we just need to do is to press the Control A key, and we can either centralize, make the documents be at the middle. We can also align, right? Okay, so that the documents will go to the right side. You can see that. We can bring them back to this left center. We can justify. Okay, justify is very okay. So you justify so that it makes it look more, appealing to the face or to the eye. So it's making it more appealing to the eye. Okay, so um, now we have this document here, okay, that's been typed. You can begin to develop it. Um, so based on what you have learned under my speaking on how to type, you can begin to maybe have given something other document, other words to add to this executive summary. You can begin to add them. Then let's assume that I just have some imaginary, things to add on to the executive summary. So I have to go ahead and use the keyboard. We are, committed to ensuring that our various stakeholders are well appreciated by ensuring that we declare uh, right issues on a yearly basis to our to them, so that they can be part of the owners of this great organization, and also earn from the company's annual return. We earn to be the best in terms of quality service delivery in Nigeria and across the globe. Now, what you are going to be doing here is basically to type to update this executive summary and whatever you have in here. And it is your duty to ensure that you apply the knowledge that you have gathered while using Mavis Beacon to be able to type very fast, bring in so many other things, and also ensure that you make the document look more professional. Okay, so you need to explore all the various menu bars. Okay, Now, we're going to look at some of this menu bar in this video, and we move on to the next thing. Okay, now we can insert some infographics on the, let's say, from the part of the key achievement. Okay, we can insert, let's say, you can just insert some. So let's come down to insert. Okay, you can begin to insert um, charts. You can, so let's look at charts. Okay, so we have various charts here. Okay, based on the performance of the organization, um, let's use the column chart. Okay, or the let's use the pie chart. So let's use the pie chart. Okay, and let's click OK. So we have various achievements. We have digital transformation, mention. Okay, you edit the chart. Okay, so based on the achievement, we want to insert charts into this key achievement. Okay, we also have mobile transformation applications, mobile applications, mobile applications. Okay, and lastly, we have collaboration and innovative. Collaboration and innovative. Let's assume that what our achievement is based on profitability derived from digital transformation. We were able to make let's say 100 million. We were able to make 10 million to 3 1 2 3. Okay, from mobile application, we were able to generate 20 million. And from collaboration and innovation with others in the various industries, we were able to make 5 million. 50 million. Okay, so with that, we have our data. Okay, let us just take this off. We don't need it. Those are just the only thing that we need there. Okay, so let us move on. Okay, so let us check this out. Let's check this out. Okay, so we have you can see the chart now. We have the profitability chart, which we can add to it. Okay, so we have the profitability chart here. We can also edit this chart to make it look more professional. So let us check the various designs that we have here. So all you need to just double click on the chart. Okay, you can have these various designs that we have here. So you can see that various designs. Let's see the one we can pick from to be able to edit. Okay, let's see this. Okay, okay. So I think let's go for this so that we know that at the end of the day, from digital transformation, we are making a very huge profit of about 29% of the total profits. And for mobile application, we are making the highest profit. Profitability is coming more from mobile applications, and also we have collaboration and innovativeness, which has a 14%. So the highest is coming from mobile application, which is 7%. Okay, so with this, you can just insert this chart here. Okay, based on our key performance based on those three areas. Okay, so let us take this off. So we have that already. So we've been able to edit that. Okay, so at times, if there are errors, okay, let's assume that I want to type change. Okay, I wrote change as this. And maybe in the document you saw uh, marvelous. Let me just, you can see that is wrong. So I can change. Let me just look for other issues. Employees now, for example, let me type employees. You can see that all these three are errors. Okay, so now I want to adjust this. So because this thing has been highlighted in red, showing that there's an error with the spelling. Okay, what you just need to just point your cursor on that and right click. Okay, so you can see that you have the correct spelling here. You can change that. Okay, so let me press Ctrl Z. Okay, to go back. Okay, let's look at this also. You right click. Okay, you can see that one button, select the right spelling. Okay, let me Ctrl Z to bring it back to what it was before. So, and like that, you can adjust your document. Okay, whatever you have typed, if you have made errors. Okay, you can go ahead and adjust your report. Okay, you can just go ahead and adjust the report. So now, for you to be able to track where the changes have occurred, okay, there's a need for you to just, this is one of the things that you need to understand. So you can just go ahead and you know, you can just go ahead and do changes. Okay, let's just look at the changes. Let's look at the changes. Okay, so let's look at what we can do with the changes. So we can track. Okay, let's come down to view. So we have mailings, we have references. Okay, I think in under view we should have the track changes. So let us take I think to track the changes is always on view. I can't see the view. So to track changes, I think it should be always on view. I think this there's an icon covering that view. So let me just minimize. Okay, so this is view. Okay, I think it should be review. Okay, review. So if you want to track any changes that you have made on the document, okay, what you just need to do is to come down to track the changes, okay, where there are errors or you want to add, make additions to the document so that anybody that's going to make use of the document who sent in the document originally can see wherever you have made your changes. Okay, so you can say tracking, track changes, okay, for everyone. So everyone can have an idea what we have done to this one. So let's just look at this, for example. Let me just, you can see that there's a red line by the side there showing that something has happened to this document. So that the person that's going to have, you're going to send documents to, you already know that what that you have done an adjustment, okay, to the document. So let's just start change that back to changes, okay. So that let's move on. So track, okay. So let's say click on show comments, changes, okay. So let's check this one out too. Let's delete this marvelous. Okay, so we want that too. So so we can begin to what you can just make comments here. Okay, let's see. Make comments here. Okay, this is not. Let's see. Okay, so okay. So now that I've tracked the changes there, so I want to make some comment here. Okay, let me make some comments here. Reply comment. Okay, so let's just say this. So this is not necessary. Yeah. Okay, you can just make a comment there. You can. Okay, take your time to adjust or simply delete this from here. So here I'm making a comment, okay, so that those who are going to have access to the document can see whatever comments I'm making about this particular word that is here. So it's not necessary that this word should be here. So again, if I want to track change, I want to just take this off. Okay, track changes. I'll just, let's say I'm tracking this now. So let me just delete that. You can see that. So employees have created that. Okay, I can make comments here. Let me make comments here. Okay, so let's say new comment. Okay, so let's click on new comment. Okay, so we're gonna have it there that this is not necessary since you already have stakeholders. sentence. This covers the employees as well as the shareholders and others. Okay, so you can so with this now, okay, anybody that wants to look at the document can easily see that we have tracked these changes, we have done some corrections, okay, on it, and we're also making comments about what we think about those comments, those words that are typed on what on the report. Okay, so these and others are so many things that you can do, but we may not be able to talk about everything about Microsoft Word. Okay, and whatever we are talking of here, they are very, very compulsory. They are very, very important to you, and you need to be able to also what go through the same process and check out whatever you can do with this. So let us go back to file. Let's go back to home. So now that we have done that, okay, there are so many other things that we can do with this document. Okay, now we've been able to see how to draw, charts. Okay, and let us see, if we want to use lines, tables, we can easily convert to tables. Okay, so let us just quickly go through, some of these, because we need tables in our presentation. Okay, for us to be able to draw tables. Okay, so let us look at the financial performance. Okay, with financial performance, let us edit this. We may need some tables. Okay, so let us just come down to table under insert and insert the tables. Okay, insert the tables. Let us come there and say maybe 2025, 2024, 2023, and 2022. This is for 4 years. Let us make it 5 and 2021. So we have profit after tax. You can see profit for the year. So we have probably for the year in 2025 we have 20 million naira. 2024 we have 15 million naira. Okay. 2023 we had 7 million naira, 7.5 million naira. 2022 we have 5 million naira. In 2021 we have minus 3.5 million naira because we made a loss in that period. Okay, so this is the way by which you can insert table in your report. Okay, so we have tax paid for the year. So we also have, let's say, pay tax of 5 million. We paid tax of 2 million. We paid tax of 1.5 million. Pay tax of 1 million. Paid tax of, let's say, 500,000. Okay, so we have salaries paid. We have all this information here. We paid 6 million for salary. We paid 4 million. We paid 3 million. We paid 2.5 million. I paid 2 million as tax, as salaries. Okay, so and so on and so forth. You can have all these table. You can see the table. So what next? You can format the table. You can bold in the figures, the numbers you have there. You can bold in this. Okay, you can select all these two. Select and what and bold. Okay, so you can see that it's different now. Now it's looking more professional as a report. Okay, now let's make this profit /loss for the year. Okay, so the next thing is for us to be able to see how far we can go with Microsoft Word, but there are so many things to learn on Microsoft Word, and as you progress you will get more better when using this. Okay, now let's just see what else we can do Okay, so okay, let's see something based on performance as seen above. Okay, the sector in which we operate is currently faced with some uh, external challenges that are macroeconomic in nature, macroeconomic economic in nature, such as inflationary trends, government policies, competition, let's say, uh, foreign competition, competition, what's that thing again? Access to loans, etc. Okay. So now let us just assuming that we just want to, this is for those who are always involved in research. Okay. Now assuming that we want to reference, we want to just reference someone. Okay. Though this is a report and this is most times common with research work. Okay. So assuming that you want to reference someone here, now according to roots, according to Kadiri, okay, 2025, the please, this is not, we're just trying to use this as an example. United Nations found that most African countries are, faced with inflationary challenges, which has continued to lead to increase in cost of production, thereby resulting in low profits being declined. Okay, now we have quoted someone here according to CAD 2025, so we can just come down here onto where we have the reference menu. We can just say manage sources. Click on manage sources. We can now create the reference that we have made, okay, in this report. So let us just edit that. Okay, you can just say the name of the author, the last name is Kadiri, and the first name is Ahmad. Okay, the middle name is Adewale. Okay, let's add that. You add. Okay, now where did you get this? This is in an article. You can say the article, report, journal. Okay, so let us say in a journal. We saw this in a journal. Title: the challenges faced by multinational companies in Nigeria during inflationary periods. Okay, so this is just an example. Okay, you can see Journal of Economics and Finance. Okay, and accounting too. So what year is it? This is 2025. Okay, what page and volume we have? What the volume and issue number? Volume 2, issue 1. Okay, what page? We have page 50 to page 58. Okay, so we can now have this. Okay, click on OK. So by doing this, you have really what you have referenced what you stated in that report. Okay, so that the reference can be what can be inferred back to what refer back to the person who said or mentioned that statement, that is Kadiri 2025. Okay, this is how you can refer for those of you who are also doing research work. Okay, this is how you use to reference on Microsoft Word. Okay, so let me just close that. can see that it's already in upper style. From what you can see here, it's in upper style, so you don't need to begin to bother yourself if it's in upper or Harvard. Okay, so now that we have done that, so there are so many things else we need to also do. So this is Microsoft Word. We're also going to go to mailings. Okay, go to mailings. When you want to create labels for your envelope, you can come down to mailings and create labels. Okay, once you create the labels, you can print the label out on your what's it called, your envelopes. Okay, now you can just put the address you want to what mailings for. Maybe you want to where you want to send the mail 5 Akoka Road, Akoka Road, University of Lagos, comma Lagos, comma Nigeria. So you can see that with this, you can have it on a full page of same label. It can be on a single label, okay, which is one row on one column, okay, which it will, when you want to print out, okay, it will appear on the back of that envelope, okay. So we have the video that label what you will attach it, or maybe glue it or gum it to the back of the envelope you are making use of, okay. And with this now, you can just print it out. You can print it out, and you have the label which you are going to print on the label and attach to the back of the envelope, okay, as a form of mailing, okay. So you have that labels, we have envelopes, okay. So this is how it's going to appear. If you don't want to use labels, okay, you can print directly to the envelope, okay. It will just come out as you can see here in this diagram. Preview. This is the preview. You can see that at the end of. And if you want to feed it to the computer, you have to feed it this way. That is, we have to read it. We have that is vertically, okay. So you have to be able to print that way, okay. So and so we also have, you can print out what you have here on there. This address here will appear on the back of the envelope if you are not going to use labels. So this is how you can send your report. You can send any messages or correspondence through mails, okay, and you can print out on the envelope of your on the envelope you're going to be using to send out the mail. You can also print that on labels too, okay. You can attach labels to the envelope. So if you want to do that, this is how you can do that on Microsoft Word, okay. So we have so many other things that we need to talk about on Microsoft Word. So we have seen, you can just go through the various menu, the start menu. We have tables, we have shapes, you can insert shapes, okay. You can do so many things. You can create headers and footers. So let's just create header in this case. Now to create headers, okay, you just come down to insert and come down to header, okay, and let us click on one of them. So we want to create an header. Just say annual report for Timmy Telecommunications Limited, okay. So this is the header. It will appear on all the reports, okay. So let us just close the header. You come down and close, okay. You can see that it will appear on all the pages. You can see that it will appear. Another report of me. You can see that it will appear in the body of all the reports. So we are going to continue in the next video. So just take out your time, okay, and practice what we have done here in this video. And I'll see you in the continuation of this video, okay. So just stay tuned. And don't forget to subscribe to the video and also click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. Thank you very much and have a great day. So see you in the next video. Bye.